never went to this one, but it's called Savannah Estates. So it looks like a pretty cool one.
I have been to the spirit world rising. I have seen in Abilene the devil has tested.
Welcome to the Please Subscribe Show.
I'm Linda.
And I'm Cole. And today's journey is going to be fun. You
That's the reason why. Did you hear those kids? Replay it. It's God's country. Don't forget it. You New Yorkers, come on down here. Come on down. We'll teach you how to make money. We'll teach you how to dress and smell good and be charming. Because your city needs some work, baby. Modern day Democrats know about my show and know that I'm an artist and I can prove to them I'm an artist in the fucking Supreme Court. You don't think they don't know that I have a show and they're going to give me a single penny? Biden hadn't given me well, no, that's wrong. He gave me $1,400. He gave me $1,400. Okay, out of all of this. Tom Cruise made $1,400 a second ago and is making another $1 million right now. And they don't make $10 million next week. Okay? You think they're going to give a single penny to a Southern artist that has suffered to the level that I've suffered? No. That's why I'm not going to vote for the Democratic Party. Now, Trump, or the Republican Party, they do have some artists there. And there's a good chance that maybe Trump might lend a few dollars. There's a good chance. Maybe, to artistic funding to support capitalism and to support Christianity. Excuse my language. I know I'm not perfect, but Christians aren't perfect. They may have a problem with, saying things and stuff. No one's perfect. Look at people that have Tourette's and stuff, A film that's about humanity and about struggling and capitalism, and what we're going through as a society. Why not? Why wouldn't Trump support something like this, I know Biden's not going to. I mean, he's a baby killer. That's what abortionists are. You're either an abortionist or you're for life, right? Either for killing people, which all abortionists end up killing people. They're for murder. That's why many of the police are abortionists. And Trump is not for killing people, right? Look what all the horrible stuff that's gone on since Biden's been in office, right? All the things that he promised. And our gas prices are out of control. People are starving, right? That's a Democrat. You know what that is? That's a baby killer. You think he's going to support my show, give $5,000 of his personal money to the Please Subscribe show and Cole Spivey's channel? You think that he's going to do that? Hell no. He'd go to his grave before he'd give me a penny. You know why? Because he has a problem forgiving people. Trump, on the other hand, probably can forgive and pardon people and help people. Because Trump's, he's got a heart. Or his people do, right? Because as God's people, we are to love God's people and be nice. Do you think he'd probably give $5,000. $5,000 is a lot of money to a billionaire. But he probably would. And it's a tax write-off. Even if Biden woke up yesterday and put a $5,000 in my account for a PayPal and wrote it off on his taxes, that's not going to hurt him. But he's going to do it? No, because of pride. Because of pride. He ain't going to help anybody. Because of pride. So the person that should be president is a person that's first going to support life. That's the number one thing. He's going to want you to be alive. An abortionist wants you to be dead, because we all survived the Holocaust, because it's called the invisible Holocaust. It's an invisible Holocaust. It happens every day. And now Biden wants the Holocaust to continue. Imagine if Hitler didn't shoot himself. And after Germany fell, he rose up again and decided to kill more people. You don't think we'd go after him again? So there's an invisible Holocaust. And now someone stepped in there and said, nope, I want more babies to die. Trump ain't going to allow that to happen. Or his people are not going to allow that to happen. So give to the Please Subscribe show and help a good documentary stop babies from being killed, because I'm pro-life. I'm pro-life. I mean, an old geezer, old man that's too old to do anything, he's not going to be anything but thrifty with his money, because that's all he's got in the end is his money. You take his money, he's got nothing, right? So if I go over to President Biden and say, Biden, can I have $5,000 for the Please Subscribe show and Cole Spivey's YouTube channel? He's going to go, no. And I'm going to go, well, why not? He's not going to tell the truth. He's going to come up with this long, complex story like he always does, because he's too tired to even stand. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Right? Now, if I asked Trump, I said, Trump, could I have $5,000 for the Please Subscribe show? You can write it off on your taxes as a charitable donation. It goes to the arts, just like the National Endowment of the Arts. Could you get your secretary to whip up some kind of grant thing where they write up a little grant letter to the National Endowment of the Arts? Could you do that for me and spend the money for the stamps and all that stuff? Because we're basically saving every penny. Yeah, I'll have my people do it. Next thing you know, there's $5,000 into the Please Subscribe show and the PayPal, and the Cole Spivey PayPal. Because I don't feel like Biden's going to really help anybody. All he has is what little bit of money that he has. That's why we're paying high gas prices. He didn't have anything but money to shift around. See, Trump isn't after money. Trump is after an idea. He does want the country to be great, okay? I want the country to be good, okay? I just want us to do the right thing. But Trump wants us to at least be able to recover. And he knows that money has to be involved and the artist has to be there. Now, you'd think that Biden, being a Democrat, just like JFK, would support an art show like the Please Subscribe show. I shouldn't have to wait this long. The government should already have given me the money. I'd be able to see my children, get a family lawyer, and everything would happen. Right? Because he's a Democrat. That's the thing, is Biden's not really a Democrat. See, in actuality, Biden's a Republican. I know it sounds funny, but he is. He's secretly a Republican acting as a Democrat. Just like back in the day with Abraham Lincoln. You think Abraham Lincoln was a Democrat? Think again. So what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of deceiving stuff going on in this country right now. And the younger generation has to suffer mostly because of Gerald Ford. I'm not blaming Biden for everything, but I am blaming Gerald Ford. Because it's wrong to pick on the father in a situation like this. I should be able to see my children. I should be living in a big mansion. We should all be happy with big smiles on our face, just like this. A big smile on our face. And my children would sit around, and we should be flying a kite in the front yard. And everybody can see how happy we are. That's what really should be you should be watching on the YouTube channel, is me playing with my children like it's on there. Look through my YouTube channel. My children and I are playing with trains and dancing around, having fun, just like we will do for all of time with our Messiah, Jesus Christ. And don't mess with us or we'll take everything from you. I'm not jealous of the presidency right now, or the White House. I'm not jealous. No one wants to be involved in that kind of crap. No one wants to be involved in that. All the hatred that's in the air. Everything we went from Charleston or Charlestonville or whatever, North Carolina, Charlestonville or something like that. Charlottesville, that's what they call it, Charlottesville. All that racist stuff, everything is what they're dealing with in the White House. It's mostly racism. Okay? That's what's going on in the country right now. It's just racism. That's it. You wake up, you watch the news, racism. You go to bed at night, racism. Why does it happen? Racism. Well, didn't Barack Obama take care of that? Racism. So he wasn't able. Nope, racism. Gotcha. So when you go to school, racism. You go up to the teacher, racism. You don't get any information, just racism. Right? It's all racism, just quick. It's become a god. Racism has become a god people worship. We just depend on the racism. You're getting your check? Yeah, because of the racist. Wow. Do you get paid because of racist? Yeah. I just sit around, people are racist, and I get paid. It's great. Racism. So why wouldn't the show make it? Racism. Oh. What about Lenny Bruce? Racism. You're saying Lenny Bruce didn't do... Racism. Oh, I see. Is that why Lenny Bruce died? Racism. Oh, okay. I see. So how do I get out of this? Racism. How do you really know if someone's racist? You know how they point at Trump and they call him a racist? How do they really know, though? Have you ever heard of, in media and stuff, the opposite attracts? And another thing, too, have you ever heard this? That in an actor, you can play the opposite? You're really a good person, but you play the bad person so you can make a point. You play the racist to make a point. They do it anyway. Artists, rappers do it anyway. Everybody does it, right? To make a point to a certain degree. Not everybody. You know who the racist is? The one that you don't think is racist is driving around going, oh, I love black people. I love the Mexican. I love the Jew. I'm just so in love with all the different cultures. I just love all the different people in the world. Red, black, pink, and blue, orange, and yellow, and Native Americans, and I'm Native American anyway. But those are the racist. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, brother? Those are the racists, the ones that sit there and tell you how much, like, if someone walked up to Snoop Dogg, it was a white guy, I just love your music. Snoop would get kind of scared and be like, what? Right. What are you talking about? Things are the way they are because of the way they are. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I don't hate all certain types of race, but there's certain type of people that can be real annoying. This guy told me at the bank, he said, you know, what you do is pretty cool, but sometimes it's annoying. And I appreciated that. I said, hey, you know, he hit on a point. It was a black dude and I was a white dude. Even though I'm Native American, I didn't tell him. It's like, man, you're standing on my land. But he said I was annoying. And I said, you know, well, sorry. You know, it had to be that way, that kind of thing, you know. But it made me think for a little second, you know, because working at a bank is tough to do because you deal with it every day in different ways, you know. Because the banks make you that way. And then they apologize for it. They're like, sorry, but we have to kind of ask racist questions because the banks want the questions answered. They ask people their race. When you're applying for a loan at a bank, they ask you your race. Have you ever noticed that? I don't know how they want a true answer too. They want to know your nationality before they give you money so they can do the demographics. You ever notice companies, everything, they do demographics on you. They find out if you're Irish, English, Apache, I'm all three. But I kind of identify more with the Native Americans because my grandfather that was Native American, he was the nicest of the other grandfathers. He was nice. He was nicer than the other ones. So that's why I always identify the person that's nicest and giving. I don't support your nation because your nation's not nice to me. Your country is not nice to me. You threaten me in the mail every day and you need to stop it or we'll threaten you right back. I'm going to do to you what exactly you do to me because that's the way it should be. So yes, I'm threatening because you threaten me and you think you're right because Gerald Ford was wrong. He belonged to a sodomite. He was a sodomite himself. And he belongs to a sodomite nation and he puts other men in the exact same situation. Because when you imprison someone, you're asking them to participate in the sodomite nation. And I would rather not because I'm a Christian. And we do not feel that the sodomites are correct. For one thing, because it hurts. And another thing is because it's not right. So, what I ask you to do, Mr. Biden, is stop threatening me and my family. Another thing, the next president, if it's me or whoever it is that steps in, don't threaten us. Okay? We know we're going to pay higher gas prices. We have to deal with it. But stop threatening me. I'm serious.
You got food? Food?
And one final message to the American people. Always think of those times, fireside chats. Remember with FDR? And here's my fireside chat. This country is not going to help you. You're going to have to help yourself. So if you're one of those artsy type that was getting a lot of money from the National Endowment of the Arts, and I don't care about your nation. It could be Hispanic, it could be black, it could be Asian, white, Native American. It doesn't matter. The country's not going to help you. You're going to have to learn to pick yourself up by your own bootstraps. Stop drinking down big bottles of milk and help yourself. Because the country, it ain't gonna help you. Right. Well, stopped off a little earlier. So headed to Target to pick up Linda. She's right there. And got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of rearranging and ordering to do and a lot of buttons to push. But we'll get all those buttons pushed and get everything in order. So we have perfect order. And We're all on the same page. You know, a page is white and the lettering is white and the page is white. You see what I'm saying? We listen to nothing but Christian music. Hallelujah, Jesus Christ. Christian warriors marching on, marching on. What they got right here? So what is this right here? This looks good. Looks real good. Got to have the food just the way I like it. Stephen King style, baby. Please. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to have manners in the world. There's no rule against it. It's kind to eat. Not a problem with manners. So that's just a faithfulness thing. Should be okay. What? Harvey Keitel's a slob. A slob from New York City.